Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm stopping here in Nevada. What were you doing? A schmucking a pancake over there?
I had stuff that
Logging
fell
the
on the floor I
blitz?
was picking up. My bad.
You're just getting that floor spaghetti. It's still good. It's still
Yeah.
good.
Nevada was friggin' dropped a taco on the floor.
You threw off me and Nick. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to podcast Room 303. I'm your host, Jermaine Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Morahan. And as always, we have with us Nevada Putnam. This is episode 165. We'll be getting into the NFL Week 17 review, NFL Week 18 bets, the last week of head-to-head, and we'll also be doing a pop culture pick'em. We'll be running two shows into one this week, so just one coming through your ear holes. And with that being said, how you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm good. Sorry for running away. The dog got into the bedroom, and the whole of my apartment is wood, except for the bedroom. For a non-potty trained puppy who hasn't taken a shit since dinner, he was going in there with one purpose and one purpose only. So when I clapped, I don't know if you guys heard a clap at the beginning of the podcast. It's because I was trying to get him to come out. And instead of coming out, he went in.
Okay.
So I had to, for you YouTubers out there, I had to flick the headphones off, angry head coach at the end of the game style, and run after it.
Yeah. So for those of you listening through only your ear holes and not listening with your eyes, the whole show has been derailed, including the intro. Nevada was schmucking a pancake over there. Who knows what was about? Nick had to run and acquire his newly purchased dog that he garnered with his windfall of money. And here we are. So how are you doing this evening, Nevada?
I'm doing well, digging out from the snow. Nick, I did hear that carpet is nature's natural toilet paper for dogs' beeholes, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we gotta keep him out as much as possible. He's already pissed on it. He walked in my room the other day in my pile of clean clothes, looked at me.
It was on the floor, wasn't it?
No.
Yes, it was.
Me? No. My clothes?
You pissed on him?
Yeah, 100%. But did the thing where I was like, get out, and he looked at me and raised his leg and pissed on the clothes.
But because it was on the floor.
I think it was a dominance thing.
He taught you a lesson. Clean clothes don't go on the floor.
He quickly got taught a lesson after that about the size of gross tonnage.
You look. You may be 225 later on in life, but right now you gonna get a whooped ass. Is what you gonna get.
At 225, you gonna get boxed.
You gonna get the patented Cologne Mendes sleeper hold, the most dangerous fighting stance in all the land.
It's because you're fucking 250, dog. Doesn't mean I won't friggin'
hit you a little vaudeville and bop. All right. Today's pop culture pick'em is going to be top 5 sports bucket list items. Shall we proceed, gentlemen?
Ciao.
All right. So today's order: Nevada, Nick, Jermaine, and without further ado, to you, lovely Nevada.
Oh, thank you. I got a handful of items here, but I think what I'm going to go with number one overall is an F1 race. Really any circuit, but to go to F1 at Monaco would be, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a
Monaco is the one. Yeah, if you're gonna.
That was the first one on my list. Nevada, have you heard that because of you might have been actually the one that told me this, so I might be repeating information back to you that you told me. Because the introduction of Vegas and Miami, they're thinking about getting rid of. They're thinking of getting rid of the Monaco Grand Prix.
What?
Yeah. I'd heard that probably a month and a half ago. Mostly due to the lack of competitive nature in Monaco because the circuit is so small, it's hard to pass there. But I don't know if they can.
So better win the pole then. Better win the pole there, jackass.
Well, and that's the thing. If you don't win the pole or you're not second, you're not winning that Grand Prix. So
you're saying if you're not first, you're last?
Tell me this. How often does a person start first and finish first at Monaco? Do you
a
know
lot.
that?
I don't know off the top of my head, but traditionally, yeah, especially with cars being bigger these days, it's too hard to pass.
Over 75%?
I'll try to see if I can find a stat for you.
I'm just curious. That would be tragic. Why don't they just make the the cars smaller for Monaco? Make them run it.
Yeah.
Let's just do a sprint. Who's the fastest racer? Let's go. How long is the Monaco track?
Who's the fastest racer? Like, not fastest racer in a car, but who's the fastest sprinter?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Lewis Hamilton, right?
Luis?
Yeah.
Why are we putting a little Spanish flair on his name now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because he's so in shape, guys. It's not Max Verstappen, that's for sure.
All right, so you've got the next choice, Nick, while Nevada looks up the a million questions I had after that.
So this is something that we actually might go do in March, but I want to attend a baseball game in Japan. Baseball game in Japan, whether it be something that we're going to try to go out there for, which is the World Baseball Classic, or just a Japanese professional baseball league game. From the chiefs in the Navy and the people in the Navy that I've been around that have been stationed in Japan, they say it's like baseball is a religion out there, and they do chants and they do it. And it's basically like baseball is another level.
It's like soccer then.
Yeah,
it's like internet. It's like European club level soccer or international soccer.
Right.
Okay. So not World Baseball Classic, just any baseball game. Okay.
I hope that when we go to the World Baseball Classic, we will see the hosts play, because that will be pretty cool.
Yeah, of course, 100%. This is what we got. We got to start planning this more seriously. My first choice is going to be. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Mavericks. Do you know what Mavericks is?
Mavericks, no.
It's the surfing competition
in Hawaii, right?
Half Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay.
No, sorry, it's Northern California.
Oh, okay.
But it's 24 surfers, and yeah.
24 enter, only one lead.
Yeah. No, it's just the Maverick waves blow my mind, so the fact that anyone tries to surf them is crazy to me in the first place. But I just know that this is one of like the biggest surfing events, and I've always wanted to go to a surf event. I had a few buddies who do go to surf events. They always tell me how crazy a time it is. So I'm like, yo, yeah, your boy Skinny P is in. Very next sports bucket list. I'd love to be. I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I can choose anything else, but I'd love to be present for any one of my teams to win a championship. Like if it's a 7-game series, I want to be at the game they clinch. Or if it's the Saints in the Super Bowl, I want to be in attendance. I just think there would be no better feeling than that.
Yeah, I mean, I had that originally on my list, and then I had Super Bowl, World Series on my list, and then I took it off because I was like, I don't want to just go to any Super Bowl. I'm going to the Super Bowl if my team's played. Hence, this last year going to the Stanley Cup when the Avs were playing, and paying $1,000 to sit in the top row of the arena.
Only for them to
having fun.
Only for them to blow my fucking lock.
Do you know how serious that game was? Is that Nevada went to an Avs game and didn't get drunk. That's how serious that game was. Nevada, what is your drunk rate on Avs games? It has to be that game included 98%.
Oh yeah.
99%. Yeah. If you went to 100 Avs games, that's the one you're not getting drunk at.
Yeah, because I wanted to remember it. Unfortunately, it went the way it did, but yeah, I remember it.
Then we got drunk afterwards.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm not drinking.
Yeah. We had a little bit, but we all basically like, and it was, it was me, Nevada, and Blake. So kind of a powerhouse drinking team, and we paced ourselves pretty well.
I've never heard of that before. So
I've never heard of it.
Just to circle back into Nevada's F1, the circuit at Monaco is 3.37 kilometers, and the last 18 Monaco Grand Prix had 12 pole winners that went wire to wire, and then the last two were Ferraris, and they had issues. Ooh, that's a bad look on Ferrari.
I've been saying this. Ferraris are pieces of shit. I'm just,
Yeah, you've been real vocal.
I'd never want one. I think if the one hill I die on is Ferraris are just pieces of shit, then I would never want one.
Yeah, right.
The poor man's rich car. That's all.
Ferraris are the Fords of supercars. I've been saying this the whole time.
Yo,
as long as I've
created mortal enemies everywhere
with the Italians. I'm only basically mortal enemies with the Italians. Thanks for abandoning us. This podcast allies doesn't work, huh?
Wow. Way to hold a grudge, Nick. All right, give us your second choice.
So my second choice is going to be a game between FC Bayern Munich and FC Dortmund every year, the local derby, and it's called Der Klassiker.
Boo. Boo. You should have picked Bayern versus Barcelona.
Well, that's just the annual beatdown.
No, that's a great choice. I always root for Dortmund in that one. I just got to keep that league interesting, bro.
Right. You know what? I'm starting to root for Dortmund.
You know what I was reading lately? That people are saying that Pep and City have turned the English Premier League into the Farmers League.
False.
And I'm still like,
false.
Dog, what? Like, oh, man.
Didn't Arsenal tie with Newcastle today?
Yeah, but Pep is City's coach.
No, I know, but like, he hasn't turned into a Farmers League.
Yeah, he's not running away with this league every year. It's not like Bayern. Like, if
Right.
Bayern loses, the Bundesliga, it's much more impressive.
Well, it hasn't happened in 8 years. So.
Exactly. So you'd be like, oh, they lost? Yeah,
Right.
I always find that like City loses it, you're like, oh, classic City.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. That's not for pop culture picking. All right, Nevada, your choice.
Alrighty. Since Jermaine, you kind of took your team winning the ship, I'm going to shift gears a bit here. I'm going to go with being present in a stadium to see a no-hitter, preferably a perfect game, but a no-hitter. Unfortunately, my team would not be on the receiving or on the winning side of that, but
a no-hitter would be great.
That'd still be a fun one to see.
Oh, man, that's a great choice. Perfect game. Perfect game. I wouldn't know how to react to a perfect game.
I would be so nervous.
I would be
so nervous.
I'd be so quiet, bro. I'd be so quiet.
Dude, I would literally be so, if somebody was like, I'd be like, shut up. You shut up.
Oh yeah.
You say I'm coming over and I'm gonna beat your ass.
Get the fuck out of you.
You're like, it's happening against the Rockies. You're in Rockies gear and you're still ready to square
100%, dude. It's history.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, even if, say like Kershaw was up for a no-hitter or something.
I don't care. Do it, baby.
Yeah.
Get it done.
You can't pass that up. That's too cool.
No.
So, for my second pick on the back-to-back, I'm going to go with, I don't know if you guys have been to it. Jermaine, you may have, I'm not sure, but the Waste Management Open. I hear that.
Oh, dude, it is an amazing time. It's coming up. swing it.
When is it?
I'll meet you down there. It's always late January.
Oh,
It's right. It's like right after the Super Bowl.
Oh, let's see. I mean, we can always Google this, huh?
I'm looking it up right now.
Have the technology.
You know, we actually did knock one. We did knock one off my bucket list. We know. Do you guys know this? Jermaine?
6th through the 12th, Nevada.
Of February?
Yeah, it's literally.
I'll be in Australia.
I won't be able to do it this year. Next year.
Next year.
Yeah, All-Star game.
Yeah, the All-Star game. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know why you're telling me one that's off your list.
No, I know. I'm looking at a list of 100 sporting events you have to see live, and the All-Star game popped up. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Maybe the Kentucky Turtle Derby.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's your pick, Nick.
Oh, the Kentucky Turtle Derby live. All right. Oh man, I'm gonna have a lot of
honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, yeah. I'm gonna go. All right, that's a good spread. I'm gonna say the Masters.
Oh, you fucking whore.
I want to see the Masters, though, not just a practice round. I want to see an actual round of the Masters.
Yeah, final day Masters.
Oof, I don't know if I get final day because it's luck of the draw, right?
Right. You can get lucky once in your life before you die. Also,
we're not saying get rich.
You're not saying you're gonna see these things. You would just love to see it. Like Nevada's no hitter. How the fuck does he look at a schedule and be like, "That's the one. I'm booking that ticket." You know how many baseball games you have to attend to see a no hitter?
I can tell you. I can tell you how many baseball games I've attended.
Yeah, exactly.
It's around 350, 400. I haven't seen one yet.
But for me, for the luck, I got the hometown team that can get no hit, so my odds are pretty good.
Right, that is good.
Fucking hater.
I would be so angry if it's in like the 9th inning. Even if it's the 9th inning in Coors, the Rockies are about to get perfect game and they hit like a single. I'd be like, no. It would just be Nevada. Wouldn't it just be so Colorado Rockies? To get you excited about a no-hitter and then just blow it. And, like, it would be the 9th inning with, like, 2 outs, 2 strikes. It'd be a little dribbler.
Angel Hernandez is the ump that calls it. Yeah.
100%.
My goodness. This just having 2 Rockies fans on a podcast is too many.
You know, for a while we thought about starting a Rockies podcast.
It would dozens. Just be you guys be bitching the whole time. I don't want to listen to that.
That's what the people want to hear.
There are dozens of us, Jermaine. Dozens.
Dozens.
Tens and tens.
I'm gonna do so. The Ryder Cup is U.S. versus Europe, right?
Pick. Yeah.
Okay. I always say it's U.S. versus Britain, but that's not.
It's the world, yeah.
It's the world, okay. So yes, I want the Ryder Cup on my list, and then, oh man, I'm trying to think, man. I think I can get this one on the back end. So I'm gonna bite my tongue and hopefully I can get this one on the back end. But here I'm gonna take the Derby, the Preakness, and I'm gonna draw a blank now. Belmont.
Crown.
Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And I want to see a Triple Crown happen. I want to go to all 3 races, and I want to see a horse actually win the Triple Crown. But Triple Crown races works.
Avid podcast listener Blake Reynolds currently lives in Louisville, Kentucky. We should go to the Derby. He moved, yeah. We should go to the Derby this year.
I'm 100% down.
Well, I'm already going, so you guys should come.
Oh, sick invite, bro.
I mean, I just decided this last week.
No. Sick, bro. Sick. Keep your secrets.
All right, Eric. My pick again, eh? Oh man, I'm gonna go Army Navy game. Haven't been to an Army Navy game yet. The atmosphere is amazing. It means it means that the game is amazing if you've never served, and then if you didn't go to the Naval Academy and can actually drink at it, I think it'd be a fun game to get to get rowdy with the alumni.
I'm trying to fight some Army cats, bro.
100%, dude. They'd be like, "Do you go to Navy?" I'd be like, "Nah, dog. That makes me better."
I'm in. My favorite sporting day of the year is always Army versus Navy. It's two classic football teams playing classic football. There's no other game on except
It's
this year.
It's always a good game.
It's always fun.
It's always a good game too. Yeah. You might get like 13-10. But
yeah.
Navy's gonna fumble the football in the red zone, or Army's gonna fumble the football.
And the uniforms are must-see
Oh,
TV.
yeah, 100%.
Every year they go all out. Custom hand-painted helmets for each player. You obviously have to make extras in case something bad happens to a helmet. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. The amount of time, effort, energy that goes into these uniforms, how they honor, whatever they pick for that specific year is awesome. I think that's a great pick. On to you, Nevada.
Alrighty. Let's see. Last two here, back to back. I'm going to save that as an honorable mention. I actually, this year kind of turned me on to it, but obviously you guys talking about it has also turned me on to it. But it would be really cool to go to a World Cup game.
Son of a bitch. I waited too long. Good pick. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. We're going in 2026. We're going to catch a game in every country.
I am. This is what I keep saying. People keep telling me yes. When it comes comes to shove
on the table,
I will be there. I will have any number of people with me at these events, but I will be there. So come one, come all. But there is one factual guarantee. I will be there. I don't know if I can guarantee other people coming because people drop out of stuff all the time, but I will be there.
Yeah, I think it'd be a blast, especially if they serve alcohol.
They will.
For my last pick, again, I'm a big hockey guy, so they've kind of gone away from it the last few years, I guess, but it's basically the World Cup of hockey, or like Olympics hockey, but the World Cup of hockey, same thing as World Cup of soccer, but hockey, it's unreal just to see the talent and stuff like that. So to be able to go to one of those games, especially if it could be the gold medal game, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
it kept putting World Cup game.
Yeah.
Yo, that is international teams, right? So that's U.S., Russia, Switzerland,
right? It's
Hungary.
It's a more competitive version of the Olympic hockey.
Okay, yeah, understood.
It's the best of the best. It's awesome.
Well, maybe that's something I need. I have Olympic hockey final, like Olympic hockey gold medal match, but
right.
If the world hockey is better, then sure.
Yeah, I think
Nick is trying to find a new answer.
No, I'm not trying to find a new answer. You already picked Ryder Cup. I'm just kind of going through here. Man, I'm stuck between a lot right now. Okay, so just because this has been a really big thing, at least in my life, something that my dad and I watch together, and we still kind of text each other about when the time frame rolls around. I just feel that it would be really cool to go be a bystander on the Tour de France.
Oh my God, how did you pick that?
Is that the one that you saved until the end?
Yes.
Oh yes. No, I mean, like I love it. Lance Armstrong started out. That's what really piqued my love for it. But then it just seems so cool to go to these idyllic French mountain villages, and then just Get drunk and wave an American flag. What else do you want? Get drunk, wave an American flag. Go to like the next point. Get drunk, wave an American flag.
I want you to not pick my fucking choice. Is what I want you to fucking do.
What else could you want?
You fucking bastard. I just want to go so I can throw sticks in the road.
Yeah. And yell, that one's for Lance.
Yeah. Lance is the GOAT.
Fuck you, Floyd Landis.
You all doped, you dopes.
Floyd Landis is a piece of shit. Jan Orich until I die.
All right, so I'm shocked this one didn't get picked. But since Tour de France is off the board, I'll go ahead and take this one. I want to see the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
That's a good one. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, 24 hours of racing. When was this article written? I pulled this up. 2012. It said the stat was 25,000 fans were in attendance.
That's so cool.
Huh.
You imagine getting drunk with fans, falling asleep with. Oh wait, hold on, that's not right. 240,000.
Oh Jesus!
I left a zero off.
I was gonna say 24 sounds pretty low, but yeah, 240.
240, and this was in 2012. I wonder how many spectators went to the most recent one. Does Le Mans happen every year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Spectators.
It's kind of like one of the, I guess, unofficial races of like a racing triple crown.
244.
For the cars, right? For the car companies.
Yeah, probably more so for manufacturers, but just in general.
244,200.
Jesus. Also, by the way, if you guys have not seen Floyd versus Ferrari.
Floyd,
Jesus. If you have not seen Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, good movie.
Great movie.
Fantastic movie. So look, they have the 90th. They did the 90th one this year.
So we're going in 10 years then. Got it.
That's what I was about to say. All right,
Okay.
so 2032, your boys will be at the Le Mans.
Meet us there.
We'll see you there. We'll be wearing our podcast Room 303 shirts.
Or to quote Jermaine, I am going.
Bro, well, we'll get to it when we get into the Week 17 review.
Oh, don't you give that to me. I had a good reason for not going.
No, you're a bum and a half. Nevada, read us the list.
All right. Real quick, I just want to throw in my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I'd like to probably not drive because they probably wouldn't let me, but to like be in the seat for either like an F1 car, Indy car, a NASCAR, something like that. That'd just be so much fun to go around, have an actual pro drive you around and just sit there in the dummy seat. That'd just be a blast.
Is that okay? No, that works. But I was just like, is that really a sports bucket list? That sounds tight, though. I agree with you. I do want to do that.
Well, yeah, you're not really involved in it. You're still just a spectator. But
so you want to be in the car for a race, or you just want to get
No.
a
You
lap?
guys will hide out in the trunk.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Verstappen if I can just hang out behind him. Or maybe I can sit Spider and be his rear view mirror guy. I don't know. Do you guys have any honorable mentions before we list off our list?
Obviously, the Olympics,
Obviously.
right? So, but would it be the Olympics? It would have to be in a certain location, or someone was going to like break a record. I don't want to just go to the Olympics. I would much rather watch it on TV because it's a lot easier to get from event to event.
Yeah.
But it would have to be something special at the Olympics. So that'd be tight. I've always wanted to go to the like FIBA World Championships for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
But I would probably do that at the Olympics as well. So I don't know. That seems a little repetitive. But then, you have the heavy hitters, like all the trophies. You know what I mean? I want to go to all the trophies. Like, I want to go to like rally car racing.
All right, Ken Block.
But like in the like forest rally car racing always breaks my fucking brain. Any of the Red Bull like parkour world events.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool because they're normally in like cities. So it'd
Right.
be like Red Bull parkour in Paris.
Yeah, exactly. And so that just seems dope as fuck to me. I'm just trying to think. I would love to see a combat sports event in Madison Square Garden.
Ooh. We almost went to one, right?
Yeah, we were going to go to one, and then we ended up not going. That was the one where...
Right, well, because it was like $600.
Yeah, but they also hadn't announced who was fighting. I'm trying to think who was that. I don't think that was... That wasn't when Leon Edwards knocked out Usman, was it?
If it was, that's kind of...
Yeah, we should have bought the tickets. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't really know any other ones.
So I got a couple of them. Rugby World Cup.
I don't know a lot about rugby, but it's a fun sport to watch.
It's a fun sport to watch, and you know that every single person there loves to drink.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Including the players.
One that I'm surprised we haven't mentioned, Daytona 500.
It's lost its allure. F1 is better.
Yeah. Indy 500 then.
Well, I think you'd have more fun there as a party environment than F1.
Dude,
Because
F1 people know how to party. They're rich.
Well, I know, but this is like poor man redneck drinking party stuff. Like
Yeah, I've done that.
I've been to a NASCAR race. They're racist. This old man at a NASCAR race tried getting me and my buddies thrown out of the race because we were too Hispanic.
I agree.
Well, you better turn your camera back on. You gonna talk that big?
I spent 165 episodes trying to get you thrown off this podcast. Eric was the only one that quit.
he quits pretty regularly. He'll somehow come back. I have a feeling.
A couple more. Again, I said it already with Japan, but I want to see a U.S. World Baseball Classic game. Because I feel like there's a lot of national pride, preferably a U.S. Puerto Rico World Baseball Classic game.
Oh, I wonder why you picked that. Because you're going to get that ass waxed.
Yeah, what happened in the last final?
You guys got racist and threw us off our game.
The blonde hair has no place in baseball.
How dare you wear a chain? You're ruining the great sport of baseball.
Right. The great racist sport of baseball. Quick to the hall to ban all Dominican players from getting in. And then two more. Speaking of baseball, I want to see a Yankees-Red Sox game in Fenway.
Been there, done that. Jeter over the Green Monster farewell tour.
That's a good moment. It was a walk-off too, right?
I don't think it was a walk-off.
No,
I think he won the game with the hit, but I don't think it was a walk-off.
Right. And then
I was pretty drunk, though.
I want to go to El Clasico, which is Real Madrid-Barcelona.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. I want to go to the Red River rivalry.
that could be a good one. What about Michigan-Ohio State in the Big House?
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of stadiums I just want to see. And so, Michigan Stadium, Ohio State Stadium. I've been to the Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl sucks. It's one of the worst stadiums I've ever been in.
It was built in like 1897.
It needs drastic remodeling, though, Nick. Like, I was sitting on like cement benches, it felt like.
So don't get me wrong, I have been to a game at Fenway, and I was kind of like, I'm here for the history.
Yeah.
But this stadium kind of sucks.
Yeah, so that's another one. I want to go to Wrigley Field. I haven't been to Wrigley.
Yeah, Wrigley.
I haven't been to Wrigley.
We should go to Wrigley this next year. So, Jermaine, on this podcast, I'd like to formally invite you to Nevada and I are planning on doing an East Coast baseball tour this summer.
Oh, that's it? There was no follow-up context? I was sitting here waiting for amplifying information.
I didn't think it needed to be. So East Coast baseball tour. So
yeah, but if the East Coast is full of shitty teams and cities, I might not want to go.
Obviously, we'll start here with the Nats, right?
Okay, stadium's nice.
go up to Baltimore. Baltimore is nice.
Camden Yards?
Baltimore's got a competitive team, right?
What? Say that again?
Baltimore's got a competitive team.
No.
Then we have a little bit of choice here, but we are going to try to go to, at a minimum, Philly, New York, and Boston.
Philly, New York, Boston. Which New York? Yankees?
Both.
Philly, New York, Boston.
Yeah.
I'll have to see. How my leave days work out because I think I'm going to Sweden sometime in the summer.
Oh, no invite for that, I see.
Oh.
Do you want to come kick it with my buddy's family?
Oh, I mean, yeah, kind of. If
Okay.
he's going to let me stay.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna do sailing around the archipelagos. We're gonna jump into their awesome wood fire saunas. We'll probably get a little hunting in, and then obviously I'm gonna go see what the baby dolls look like.
Dude, Nordic women.
You just gotta go see what kind of breeding material they have up there.
Oh, excellent.
Top-notch jeans.
Top-notch
They can't
jeans.
go out in the sun, but top-notch jeans.
Where does the Super Bowl fall for you guys?
My team.
If it's not my team, I don't care.
See, even if it was my team, I think it's still kind of low on the list, just the way it's transpired. And I don't know, it's just kind of lost its luster. I don't know.
It's so ridiculously priced now that
it's too corporate, which is ridiculous saying F1, but I don't know. It just
Yeah, but at least you see these fucking beautiful pieces of machinery going like unbelievable speeds. Like,
and it's also like
sounds.
it's also like F1 is like actual wealth. I feel like I feel like football is like people are just like, I went to this, and they're like some redneck from Philly. They're like, I got the ticket.
Of all the places you could have picked a redneck from, you picked Philly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, professional podcast, Jermaine.
Yes.
You have a story for us.
Yeah. Philadelphia, born and raised in the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing with a couple of guys. Started making trouble in the neighborhood. I don't remember, dude. It's been forever since I've heard that theme song. No, so we'll get into the Week 17 review here. Obviously, I was in Philadelphia for the Philly Saints game. R.I.P. Eric. Eric did not make it. R.I.P. Mozzie. Mozzie did not make it. It was down to just JB and I. Had a blast. I was slightly under the weather. No, it was not COVID. Everyone take a fucking breath. Jesus. Yeah, so we get to the game, and as soon as we get out the Uber and I'm walking, I get accosted by a Philly fan. I haven't said anything to anybody. He was just like, "Oh, the Saints suck." Keep in mind, just save that little tidbit for later. And I just threw him a thumbs up. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, we're 6-9. What am I supposed to say? That we're a terrific football team?
Right. You want this?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're right. We are bad. So keep it pushing. Somebody behind me starts talking to me, but they're friendly. It was friendly banter. Then I'm walking through like the tailgate area, and people are yelling Tier 1 because that's the name on the back of my jersey. I don't like wearing grown men's names on my jersey, so I have my comic book company's name on it. And so they yelled Tier 1. I turn around, they're like, "Fuck you!" And I'm just threw my middle finger up, and I said, "Fuck you!" And then they were like, "You're gonna fucking lose." And I was like, "You're gonna throw 2 pick sixes." Actually, what I said, right? Because I was like, what kind of ridiculous thing can I say? Like, what is one of the least plausible things to say, right? You're going to throw 2 pick sixes. So that was my new, like, whenever someone says something, I'm just going to be like, whatever, you're going to throw 2 pick sixes. Gardner Minshew ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. Even though I wish
I want you to hit people with this at, like, regular things. Like you're at the bar, football season isn't even on. Some dude like bumps into you a game over pool, and you're like, "Fuck you, dude! You're about to throw 2 pick sixes."
Yeah, so I'm just talking out of my ass, right? And then so we finally get into the stadium. People are still talking shit. It's perfectly fine. It's to be expected. And no one was like I'm going to fucking burn your house down and kill your mother. Like, no one was saying anything ridiculous, right?
That's very nice. Because it wasn't a division game.
And so I was just like, it's not a big deal. A few guys talked to us behind as we're trying to order beers. They were like, we want to whoop that ass today so we can get a better pick. And I was like, I don't know why you're talking shit. You're going to catch that L. When Gardner Minshew throws 2 pick sixes, you're going to be real upset. Like, this is like, I'm like beating a dead horse, right? Like at this point, it's like, shut the fuck up, Jermaine. He's not throwing 2 pick sixes. Right. So we get to our seats, and the Saints come out hot. And when I say they come out hot, I'm like, yo, Kenny G played a beautiful rendition of the national anthem where he just kept soloing and the crowd was going into a frenzy. And I was like, yo, this shit fucks, bro. I was so hype. I was like, America, fuck yeah. And so then we're sitting in our
is Kenny G from Philadelphia?
I don't know. I'm not even sure if it was actually Kenny G. I don't know who actually played it. So you can look that up. I don't know how you're gonna find that, but so like we get to our seats, we have our 2 beers.
We're from Seattle, Washington.
We're just
I just gave him $50 and he came over.
$50 in a 12-pack, bro.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in our seats, and the Saints come out hot, and I was like, first down. Like we were marching on them, dude. We ran an 8-minute, 39-second drive in the first quarter and punched in a touchdown with Taysom Hill. And I was like, yeah. So I was saying first down a lot, right? As you would say at a fucking football game, right? And then Philly proceeds to play terrible, right? Cam Jordan gets 3 sacks. Shout out Cam Jordan for breaking the all-time sack record, passing Ricky Jackson for the Saints with 115.5. He has 23 just on Matt Ryan alone. That makes up 20% of his sack total is just from Matt Ryan. So he gave him a thank you and a Happy New Year. But we played an outstanding first half, 13-0. So obviously I was having a good time. We kicked field goals. We were doing good stuff. Like we were lighting them up. Keep in mind, I wasn't even drunk yet.
Oh.
Like that was the crazy part. I wasn't even drunk yet. So I was just enjoying the game. Keep in mind, Philadelphia is celebrating every time they stop us on 3rd down, as they should. They stopped us on 4th down. They celebrated. Like, they made plays too, and they were celebrating. And the crowd was getting raucous. And every time it was 3rd down, the crowd was getting raucous. And I was like, yo, I respect that. Like, that's home field advantage. You guys are doing a good job. All right. So at this point, there's 2 gentlemen in front of us. There's this one old head, big fuck. And then he looked like his little red-haired, fairy little son was next to him. And so I come back from halftime, and my buddy JB says, oh, man, Philly only has 5 first downs, right? Which, again, if that's what's chapping your ass, someone talking about first downs at a football game, that's wildly crazy. I don't understand. Like, we weren't even saying anything flagrant yet, because I started getting disrespectful later.
I know how disrespectful you can get at sporting events.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll say some, and everyone cracks up because it's fucking accurate shit. And so this dude apparently got mad at us for saying 5 first downs, right? His son turns around and is like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, I'm not shutting the fuck up. I'm at a football game. Quit being a bitch. So I tell the son that. Now I'm a little drunk. And then they throw the ball.
It's his fault.
They throw the bomb to A.J. Brown. And the dad is like sitting there cheering and turns around and fucking shoves his finger in JB's face and says, fuck you. Keep in mind, I haven't done that at all in this whole fucking game. I don't understand what's happening yet. I'm like, why are you guys fucking upset with us? We're talking about first downs. The whole time I've been talking to this nice lady next to me and her husband, and her daughter was there. She plans weddings in Philadelphia. That they were season ticket holders. There's a few other people behind me I was talking to. There was 2 Saints fans that we ended up selling our extra tickets to. We were just talking, having a good time. Nobody's really saying anything. That's the crazy part. I haven't even said anything. I've said a few first downs. Other than that, we had 13 fucking points. Like, it's like, what was there to cheer about? So I was just like, what is going on? And I waited for him to look back at me, and I was just like, are you fucking serious? And so me and him get into it, and I fucking called him a pussy. I was like, you're acting real fucking feminine. He's like, you're disrespecting me in my stadium. And I laughed in his fucking face. I said, this isn't your stadium. This isn't your stadium. You don't own it. You fucking pay to be allowed in here. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you pay even when you're not allowed in.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You should have hit him with the classic sports business line. How does it feel to pay for something that you're not even allowed to go into? Imagine if, like, you have a house, right, sir? Imagine if you paid a mortgage on a house and you couldn't go into it.
Bro, so then now he's fucking hot, and he said if I was a few years younger, I was like, only pussies say that. I'll give you the first fucking swing, you fucking, you know what I mean? I was just like, you're acting real fucking feminine. I was just like, if you're upset about 5 first downs, you're acting feminine. I was like, I'll beat your ass, and then I'll punk your son's ass too.
Then I'll blast your son's ass too.
Bro, I fucking lit them both up there. I was just like, do something. One of you swing. Because you're the ones who are turning around and talking and shoving shit in our faces, because apparently talking about first downs is fucked up at a football game. Keep in mind. They didn't do shit. Of course not. Fucking 6'3", gigantic. I will fucking end them. And I had the high ground.
He's like 6'7" at least, dude. Don't take this 6'3" nonsense.
Bro, I was ready to fucking eat these fucking people's lunches, bro. I was like, throw me out, please. I will fucking eat these people's lunches. Then they fucking threw a fucking fit and quit the game when Marshawn Lattimore threw a pick 6.
I'm getting the sense that these guys have like a Tom Brady and his son kind of relationship.
Whoa. Yikes. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was just like, of all the shit talk to get into an altercation about, 5 first downs is not on the list. Is not even, got to move it up now.
Right.
Got to move it up. I saw them in the corridor when they were leaving after Marshawn Lattimore picked them off. So I'm up there using the restroom. I saw them in the corridor, and I looked right at them. They fucking didn't say shit. They just fucking tucked their tails and went home. Philadelphia fans are fair weather fans, because Eric said that he didn't find any awful Philadelphia fans. Well, I found them because they were getting their asses kicked. Right? When Philadelphia's up big, they're the nicest people in the world. When Philadelphia's down, they're fucking little sourpuss pussies. And if I see that motherfucker again, do something, because you got your ass beat by a 6-9 team. Or we had our backup quarterback. Bitch, we have Andy fucking Dalton.
He is a backup quarterback.
Bro, what are you talking about? We don't even have young Andy who's leading the Bengals to the playoffs.
And then
we have fucking old head Andy. You know what I mean? We don't have Red Rocket anymore. We have Red Air Rifle.
Isn't he like the backup's backup? Isn't Simeon the backup?
No, we don't have Simeon no more. So we have J-Bo. We have Jameis Winston. Jameis got benched because obvious reasons. So and Andy Dalton's our starter. Then we still have fucking athlete Taysom Hill. What position does he play? He does an athlete. That's what they list him as. They list him as athlete. Bro, blown away. I was just like, are you kidding me? I fucking clowned on Yankees fans at the All-Star game.
Dodgers fans.
And Dodgers fans. And nobody did nothing.
Well,
Dodgers.
Against another dad. Maybe you just have it against sports dads. Because that one Hispanic dad sitting in front of us, like, trying to stand up and say something to you.
I was like, what? Fucking, it's just so sad, bro. Like, I'm paying money to come to this game. I'm going to talk about what's happening in the fucking game. If the Saints were losing, I was expecting you guys to fucking talk shit. I'm not going to throw a fit if you say we have 5 first downs. I'll throw a fit if you say I'm going to burn your house down. Because I live there. That's just semi-pro. I just remember Jackie Moon fucking yelling at the ref.
That's too far, Jackie. Maybe she didn't go to heaven. Oh, Reverend Pat.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny. All right. So with that being said, that wraps up the Saints Philly preview. We knocked the Eagles on their ass. Now they have to play in week 18, and they're fighting for their number 1 seed life and division title, which seem all but wrapped up. But after they lost to the shit Saints, according to Philly fans, they now are playing the New York Giants. So, where's my phone? Need to pull up the rest of these games. Anyone else have anything they want to talk about? Nevada, how are the Broncos treating you?
Anyway.
The Carolina Panthers like to give me hope and then take a stiletto and press it on my ball sack.
Ooh, sounds like a fun strip club.
For a half of football, I got to live this dream that to make the playoffs with Steve Wilkes, we beat the Bucks. I was already thinking about this. I was like, hey, on to New Orleans. Here it goes. I was like, Tom Brady, apparently something's wrong with Tampa Bay's eyesight. Because Carolina is down their top 2 corners, who are the only 2 corners that can play football, by the way.
What's wrong with CJ Henderson, bro? That dude's a bum.
He's a bum, yeah. Never should have let Stephon Gilmore walk. But once again, we pay a top-tier all-pro corner. Just a little bit less than he wants. But don't worry, we've signed all-pro cornerback Josh Norman.
Dog. Did Josh Norman get cooked, or was it CJ Henderson? I thought it was CJ, wasn't it?
It was CJ that got cooked. Josh Norman wasn't playing. He was playing a maximum of 25 snaps.
Oh,
he was on a pitch count. But not only does Mike Evans go off, he also goes off. Also, because Mike Evans goes off for what? Yeah, 10 for 203 or 207 and 3 touchdowns. And the Bucs still only won by 6. Do you understand how ridiculous this is?
I do, because I was rooting for the Panthers, you fucking bum.
20 points in the fourth quarter. It is. Steve Wilkes should be fired based on this game alone.
I agree.
You couldn't draw anything up. Anything.
You couldn't stop 20 points in the fourth.
You couldn't stop 207 yards. If Mike Williams goes for 100, if Mike Evans goes for 102 touchdowns, you win this game.
They were all deep balls. Like it was
right, and you knew he was going to do this because what was the first potential touchdown of this last game? The last time Carolina played Tampa Bay, it was a deep ball to Mike Evans that he dropped inexplicably. Don't you think they'd run the same play again? Steve Wilkes, you defensive mastermind. Oh, I'm starting to see why you were 4-12 with the Cardinals. Like, you just hope that Sam Darnold can get us to the ship. Sam Darnold's the guy.
He was like, we're going to win an offensive slugfest versus Tom Brady.
Oh, no, that's the issue. We only handed the ball to Deontay Foreman 13 times. Give it to him 35 times. I don't care. God, it's so frustrating to be a Carolina Panthers fan. All you have to do is not let the best wide receiver go deep 207 yards.
2 football fields and a little.
You can take one go deep. Fuck. I'll even give you 2 deep. I just looked at the alert and it was like Mike Evans, 54 yards. I was like, again? Like what are we doing? Fuck.
Who else did Mike Evans crush?
What do you mean?
Didn't you play Mike Evans in the championship?
Yes. Mike Evans does nothing all year long. 50 points in the championship. You want to know how this game ended? How this fantasy champ, this run in which I didn't beat a winning team in the regular season.
Shouldn't have been there.
145 points. 145 points for his team. Mike Evans scored 50 of them.
You're such a pathetic loser.
Bury him, Nevada. Bury him. Oh, that's so bad, bro. The fact that Mike Evans got you twice is just the most. Oh, dude, that's so awful. That's so awful.
It's just like what do I have to do, right? I get kicked in the dick by the Buccaneers just to get kicked in the dick by the Buccaneers. It's literally like that sitcom where like I get like slapped in the face by a girl just to turn around to get slapped in the face by another girl.
I thought you were going to talk about Everybody Hates Nick. Coming to Hulu. Coming to Hulu next 2023.
Nick, professional sports better.
All right. As you see here, Nevada has the games. Will you start from the top and walk us through the rest? The non-NFC South matchups.
Yeah, if there are any.
Alrighty. So last Thursday, had the Cowboys beating the Titans 27-13.
Can we just talk about how the Cowboys, they don't look as impressive as everyone keeps hyping them up to me. The Titans benched everyone, and they had this. They were up. What is that? 3. They were up 4 points going into the fourth quarter. They had to score 10, and they were playing Malik Willis. Was Malik Willis even the starter?
No,
I think they benched
Josh
him
Dobbs.
too. Yeah.
Just Dobbs.
They had the default creative player in Madden on the field.
Doesn't Josh Dobbs have alopecia too?
Does he really?
I thought he did.
Well, that would make a lot of sense. And now I feel a little bad.
Like him
Now I
and
feel a
Ryan
little
Shazier.
bad. I just thought he was a default bald guy, bro. That's it.
No, he's 100% got alopecia.
Ooh, you better look that up. You better not just be putting out false information
right now, dude.
Yeah, once you said that, Jermaine, I kind of see the Cowboys and Vikings almost as one and the same for different reasons.
It just doesn't. It feels like they should be better, but they're. I don't know. Like they should have beat the fuck out of this Titans team.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry didn't play. Like
their entire defense didn't play. I'm pretty sure their whole lineman didn't play. Like in the game, my buddies who are Titans fans, they shared this to the chat. It's fucking hysterical. But it was a photo of the Tennessee Titans, and it was all of them in bandages and crutches and like a wheelchair or on like a medical bed, bro. Like because they put the most players on IR in the last like 2 or 3 seasons total. Something like 73 different players on IR.
Oh, you gotta love that.
And I was just like, they didn't have to do the Titans like that on national television. Like that's. And they still barely lost this football game until they were in it until the fourth, with you, me, and Nick lining up at key critical positions on the field.
And almost covered.
Almost covered. On top of that, as Nick said, they were 10-point dogs, almost covered. This Dallas Cowboys team is concerning to me. So we'll see. They could still get the 1 seed. They could still win the division. So this week 18 is going to be wild. Let's go ahead and get into this next one. Nevada, you want to take us through it?
Oh, yeah, the Broncos lost to the Chiefs.
Stop me if you heard that before.
Patrick Mahomes is up to what? What's the streak?
I think it's 7 years.
7 years? He has not lost to the Broncos in his career.
Well, yeah, I don't think we've beat the Chiefs since, I don't know, like 1962 or something like that.
Hold on. We can look it up.
I think it's 13 games. I think it's 13 games.
Stand by.
Because I think his first game against us was the last week, so he's got an odd number of games. But yeah, I think it's 7 years.
Yeah, his first start was against you, right? Because
it was week 17 back in the day.
Because they benched Alex Smith so that we could rest him for the postseason. Patrick Mahomes got his first start. The very next year, Alex Smith was shipped out, and Patrick Mahomes took over.
Oh, my God.
I will say this, though. 27-24, very respectable. I mean, what were you guys on the 14-point dogs? Oh, I got you guys at 13.5.
Yeah, I put money on that too. But it was, I think, up until the third quarter, we were winning, and it was like we were actually kind of shutting them down. And I texted my dad, and he's like, "Okay, well, go inside and watch the game." And then as he's walking inside, Patrick blew up. So it's really
the Broncos have not beat the Chiefs since September 17th, 2015.
Yeah, buddy.
They did take Patrick Mahomes to overtime once, though.
Ooh, that just doesn't matter. What a useless stat.
I think like the last 3 years, one game a year, we come close, but it just no.
So
by the way, that's 15 straight games that the Denver Broncos have lost.
Based on this quarter scoring, it was 17-13 going into the fourth quarter, and they outscored you 14-7 to win by 3.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was just a collapse, but whatever. I don't care.
Stop me if you heard that before. The Atlanta Falcons defeated the Cardinals. I don't think we want to talk about
but
this
didn't
game.
cover. No. Who cares?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that game. Take us through the next ones, Nevada.
The Lions mollywopped the Bears 41-10.
The Bears jumped out to a 10-point lead, right? Like that's what I remember reading.
Yeah, and wasn't it Justin Fields had 100 rushing yards in the first quarter?
Right.
Holy shit. And then they got smoked.
Yeah. Well, I remember I texted you guys, and it was like I got the update that Justin Fields had 100 yards in the first quarter. Checked the score, and it was 13 to. I think it was.
Looks like 10-7.
No, it was 14-10 Lions, and I was like,
oh, okay.
Well, obviously it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, the Lions still have a slim chance of making it.
This is such a Detroit Lions move, isn't it? Like, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, I am so sorry. I like to bitch about the Panthers, but even when the Lions get close, they're gonna break your heart.
All they have to do is what do they have to do? They have to beat Green Bay, and Seattle has to lose. Yeah. So even if they beat Green Bay, Seattle's gonna win because it's Detroit Lions luck.
And Seattle plays early in the day. Plays earlier.
Okay.
They play a 1:00 game.
So Detroit will know if they're eliminated or not. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, Detroit's the night game? Man.
Yeah, they got flexed, right?
Yeah, them in Green Bay.
Oh, it should still be. Hopefully Seattle loses. So that game is absolutely a fever pitch. All right, let's get into the next one.
All right, Teddy Two Gloves got injured again, and the Dolphins lost to the Pats 23-21.
Oh my God, dude! Teddy Bridgewater's story is it's comical at this point, is it not? He just can't stay healthy for a season.
I know, and this time it's just a finger. But man, what a bad luck!
Just that kid has got the worst luck.
Yeah.
23-10, 23-21. Oh my God, he was probably gonna win that game too.
Probably so, yeah. But man, that's tough shit for him. Let's see, Giants and the Colts. The Giants took care of the Colts easy, 38-10. Looks like that game was over in the second period or second quarter.
Since Jeff Saturday's heroic debut, he's now lost 5 straight, 6 straight.
I don't know.
I think it's 5 and 6. Yeah,
the Raiders should be embarrassed.
Yeah. Let's see. Jermaine already talked about the Saints, Panthers, and Bucks.
Pussy ass Eagles.
Yeah, Nick, would you like to expand any more on your favorite coach, Steve? Okay, there we go.
Fire Steve Wilkes. And I heard a news blast today that David Tepper is talking to Jim Harbaugh. What, because it didn't work out for the last idiot college coach you hired?
Yeah, but Jim Harbaugh's been to
Why?
a Super Bowl.
He's a bum. That's
No.
John Harbaugh.
No, Jim Harbaugh
played
took the
each other in the Super Bowl.
49ers. They played
Bum.
each other. He had Colin Kaepernick, remember?
I forgot.
He's mad for no reason.
I forgot that fact. But I'm still going to maintain the same level of anger.
Nick, do you want Jim Harbaugh or Steve Wilkes next year?
Fuck.
Very good.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, there.
That's why I was just like, why are you mad? He's actually a good coach.
He's like one that can turn a team around.
Yeah, not the Panthers.
Classic
I'll be happy if Jim Harbaugh gets us back-to-back winning seasons. By the way, something no coach in Carolina Panthers history has been able to do.
He can do that. He can do that. He can do that. I have faith he can do that. Now, if you want him to win a Super Bowl, I don't know.
He's like the new age John Fox or Ron Rivera. He can turn the team around.
Hey, watch it.
You just you had to hit both his guys, bro.
Hey, you watch your ass.
Anyway,
how's your 1 year rental working out?
He's not even 1 year.
Yeah, because you guys got him to sign the Aaron Rodgers. That didn't work out.
Well,
Nevada.
You can't say anything that's going to hurt me. Like, my soul for the Broncos is just dead and frozen. You can't say anything. You pile on. I'll pile on with you.
Oh man! All right, that's enough of that.
The Browns beat the Commanders 24-10 in DC. Any comments for that? Nope. Cool.
Deshaun, hold on. The only thing I want to say is everyone's told me that Deshaun Watson played his best game since coming back. Look at that stat line.
9 for 18, 169 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Amari Cooper carried him, bro. Amari Cooper had 105 of 169 yards and had 2 of his 3 touchdowns.
On 3 receptions.
Dog, get the fuck out of here. That was all Cooper. Cooper had Deshaun's best game of the season.
Right.
Those are Tim Tebow numbers right there.
He got the dub, I guess. That's so funny.
Jags going to Houston and beat Houston 31-3.
Oh, dude, I had Texans +4. What the fuck was I thinking? No, that's so bad. That's so bad. All right, let's keep pushing.
Yeah, Niners had to go to OT to beat the David Carless Raiders 37-34 in OT.
How crazy is it that we're hearing reports? Two crazinesses to come out of this game or before this game. Speaking of Derek Carr, I saw an article from, I believe it was Bleacher Report, comparing the careers of Derek Carr and David Carr.
Oh, my God.
Somebody trying to make the case that David Carr was better. And then another article saying, is it time for Derek Carr to retire?
Jeez.
I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
we were talking about this man being in the MVP race at the beginning of the season. And Josh McDaniels had to come in and just fuck it all up.
Dude, what's crazy is Derek Carr's he's never had a good defense. Ever. Like someone posted an infographic, and the defense for the Raiders when Derek Carr was there, 3 of the 8 or however many seasons he's been there, they were the worst defense. And then like all the other years, they were 25 and below. Like ever, it's impossible to win at that point.
Derek Carr also has only had 2 winning seasons.
Well, yeah, it's because his defense hasn't been good enough to help him win football games.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the totals, I wish I had that graphic, but the totals that those defenses were giving up in some of those years, one of the years the defense was giving up like 29.8 points per game, which is like,
jeez,
amazingly above league average for offensive like scoring. It's insane. Although shout out Jared Stidham, 365 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Matt Flynn, dude. Matt
Bro.
Flynn, he just played himself into a contract.
My guy rolled out of the pocket, got as close to the sideline as possible, saw the defender running down his eye holes, and waited, and Devontae just kept running and fucking pimped out the secondary, and I was just like, Derek Carr. I was like, that Derek Carr, this is the game that's the nail in your coffin. Go ahead.
If I'm telling you at the beginning of the year, Jermaine, that week 17, the game of the week will be a Brock Purdy, Jarrett Stidham showdown, you're going to go, who?
Yeah, what teams are playing?
Right.
Seahawks, Giants.
Right.
Also, stop me if you've heard this before, but Christian McCaffrey sprained his ankle.
Suckers.
Thanks for the picks, you bums.
Thanks for the picks, you fucking idiots. We're gonna draft another wide receiver with those.
All right, here's the last thing I'm gonna say. Derek Carr, welcome to the XFL. All right, next.
I was going to say it's going to be real awkward when Josh McDaniels walks back into Belichick's office in the offseason.
Because Matt Patricia can't fucking
100%.
Can't stop running the football.
He's welcome back anytime.
Already,
when are you coming back?
Seahawks took care of business at home against the Jets, 23-6, which I thought was going to be a lot more competitive. But
come on, guys, come on, Seattle. We just wanted the Jets to make the playoffs. Or at least the Jets to be competitive week 18. I wanted the story of Mike White to continue.
Yeah, nail in the coffin. So here's a fun stat that I didn't know until after I picked the Jets to cover. Mike White is 0-5 on the road.
Oh,
oops.
Yo, yikes.
Is Mike White from New York? Is he eating some good gabagool before the games?
I have no clue what to tell you. Hold on. They keep showing this replay. I think Laurie Markkinen hit a last-second shot to send the
Mike
Kings
White
home.
is listed below Mike White, the author, on Google.
Oh, he didn't get it off in time. They're going to overtime.
His dad is also Mike White.
Wow, that's creative.
That's too much synergy, bro.
He's from Florida.
That's the New York of the South.
All right.
Battle of the NFC North. The Vikings Vikinged in Green Bay and got beat down 41-17.
Nobody's surprised, right?
If you are, you're fucking
you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot or a Vikings fan that doesn't know your team's about to lose round one.
Bro, it was 27-3 entering the fourth quarter. Like, this score makes it seem like, oh, maybe they were kind of in the game. Nah, bro. If I told you the Vikings scored 14 points in the fourth quarter and still lost by 24 points.
I love it.
Bro, this
was an auto bet for me.
An
auto bet.
I saw this and I was like, Green Bay -3, easy money. Green Bay. This whole Nick and I pre-show were like, Green Bay -3. Fuck, we should have bought points. God damn it, bro. Green Bay's making the playoffs. Yes or yes?
100%.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers was dead in the water again. When are we going to stop doubting Aaron Rodgers?
When are we going to stop doubting great players and calling them dead in the water?
Bro, you know what it always reminds me of is you remember when he went, I don't remember the exact word he used, but
relax.
He was relaxed, right? That's what I was going to say.
LAX.
He went into the press conference. What were they, like 1-4 or some fucking bullshit that? And he was just like, relax. And he said it like if he was fucking reading an audiobook to me, I would have actually been relaxed. I was just like, yo, all right, bro, I got it.
Relax. I got it.
Bro, and here we are again. Everyone booked Green Bay. How could they not get him any wide receiver help? This Green Bay team's not good. They didn't make any additions at the trade deadline. Green Bay has no chance. Blah, 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 fucking blah.
All they got to do is beat the Lions.
Now here, I'm going on this rant, and I'm not saying beating the Lions is an easy gig, but Aaron Rodgers owns this division, bro. So if I'm a betting man, and I am, I'm taking Green Bay. Kirk Cousins,
Alrighty.
you fucking bum, dude. I feel bad for people who started him in their fantasy championship.
Who would do anything as stupid as that?
All I can picture right now is that Simpsons meme where they're like, "Stop, stop, he's already dead." It's just Nick getting bodied everywhere.
I took a look at one point. I believe it was the third quarter, and Kirk Cousins' score had this weird dash in front of it. And at that point, I did this with my phone. I went.
All right. Next game, we had the roommates playing each other in LA, the Chargers and the Rams. The Chargers took care of the Rams 31-10.
It was never close.
Yeah, they get the top bunk for the next year until they play again. AFC North battle, classic AFC North battle, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Pittsburgh squeaked it out 16-13 on a last-minute tutty.
How many games is Baltimore going to lose on the final drive in the fourth quarter? That is like 6 or 7 this year. Well, obviously they have 6 losses, so it can't be more than that. It's unreal. They are the Atlanta Falcons of the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, all these people being like, they need to pay Lamar Jackson right now. No, they don't. They need to pay somebody so they don't lose in the last. They need to pay a defensive coordinator, perhaps.
They need to pay somebody because they're missing somebody, bro.
Right.
Here's what's so funny is through all the, oh man, the Ravens had another great draft. The Ravens had another great draft. The Ravens had another great draft. They have good football players, but they don't have game wreckers, right? They don't have a difference maker at wide receiver. They don't have a difference maker on the ends. They don't have a difference maker at corner. They don't have a difference maker at running back. And yes, they have had some of the worst injury issues. Like, it's not even close. But they, need to get healthy, and they need to find some difference makers.
5 games, Jermaine. 5 games they've lost on the final drive.
5 games. Thank you. Yeah, I said 6 or 7. They had 6 losses, so I knew they didn't have all of them. It wasn't every game. But, I mean, they have to be sick to their stomach. They have one guy who makes one play in 2 of those games. We're talking about a 12-4 Ravens team, and it's a completely different feeling around them.
Yeah.
Having Lamar Jackson helps too, but they don't have him right now. So, and that, no, we had the Monday Night Football game. Yeah, I guess we should get into that now.
Yes. Buffalo,
All right,
Buffalo and Cincinnati. Obviously, from a football standpoint, a very massive game for the playoffs. Aside from those who haven't been living under a rock for the last 24 hours, very devastating incident went down. Bills DB DeMar Hamlin took down T. Higgins in what, Jermaine, you said in the pre-show was a pretty, reasonable tackle. Nothing weird about it. Nothing scary about it. Seen it plenty of times. Took T. Higgins down, tackled him. Looked just a little bit wobbly getting up. And then about half second later, just dropped, fell backwards straight onto the turf. Had to have CPR to get him viable, to get him out to the hospital. And thankfully they stopped the game and didn't continue. And who knows about the game, doesn't really matter. But super serious incident. Um, Not much more to say about that.
Yeah. Um, it's it's one of the craziest scenes I've ever seen in sports. So I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. I've seen a few like players get carted off. There. I actually believe the Bills had a player who did get paralyzed in the preseason, but nothing like this. The CPR, the AED. I mean, there was other NFL players actively crying on the field. Josh Allen was getting consoled by Joe Burrow. The head coaches were talking to each other. I believe the time from the incident to getting, pretty much everyone off the field was about 32 minutes of confusion, sadness, uncertainty, and it's still kind of sitting that way currently. Some of the updates are that he was transported to the hospital. His vitals have returned to normal, but he's in critical condition. An update I received today from a friend of mine was that he's starting to breathe a little bit on his own. So again, all good signs. But in the grand scheme of things, football was not important that night. The NFL made the call. Nick will get into that a little later, or Nevada. They have more amplifying information on that, but they won't be playing this game this week. So we'll figure out what they decide to do with this game, if they do anything at all. But all thoughts and prayers go to Damar Hamlin. Shout out to the Bills fans doing, more classy things. They did this when Andy Dalton clinched them their first playoff berth in a while. They donated to Andy Dalton's charity, and I think they donated in the amount of points that the Bengals scored, so that everyone donated in $23 increments or something like that. But they found a toy charity drive that Damar Hamlin was running for underprivileged kids, and the last I checked was $3.7 million and counting.
Yeah, it's now up to about 5.
So now it's at $5 million. So I know that everyone took this, as well as you could take it, seeing someone fighting for their life like that. So, and Nevada just said Hamlin resuscitated twice, once on the field and then again at the hospital. So, there's not really much that we can say here other than prayers and well wishes are being sent from the room to Damar Hamlin. And yeah, I'll go ahead and let Nick talk or Nevada talk now.
I mean, I don't think there's anything really else to say. You guys kind of covered it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about this too much. This is, incredibly sad. I haven't seen anything like this, but get well soon from the room. It's definitely what we'll say. Prayers from the room, as always. But we'll go ahead and end the Week 18 review here with that well wishes to Damar Hamlin, and then we'll get into the actual Week 18 betting slate.
All right, let's get to it, boys.
All right. You want to pull up the odds, Nevada?
Yep, got them. So, big week, Week 18, all division games, a few games that are going to be deciding divisions as two teams go head-to-head. So we'll start off with the first one, 2 Saturday games. The first one is going to be the Chiefs and the Raiders. Chiefs are currently -7.5 favorites. Over-unders at 52.5. -360 for the Chiefs, +295 for the Raiders.
Did you cover the bets from last week?
Oh no.
Oh, we
all
haven't
right.
done that.
I would just cover the records.
All right. So
What we want.
first and foremost, we had head to head. I had Chicago money line. That was a disastrous L. Atlanta -3.5 for Nick. That was an L. They didn't cover. Eric had New Orleans money line.
This is so dumb.
So Eric actually went.
He's clinched.
He clinched. He's 10-6. Nick is now
Not like the Eagles. Ah!
Nick is now 7-8-1, and I am 6-10. The inverse of Eric's record. That is absolutely hysterical that we've just picked against the Eagles the last 2 weeks, and he went dub. It's got to warm his balls, I'm sure.
And guess what? New York Giants money line this week.
Hey!
Yep.
It's gonna fucking hit.
What are the odds on this New York Giants money line?
I think it's Nevada. Can you scroll down? I think they're like 14 points.
Plus
dogs.
600.
Yeah.
Plus 600. Wow. So Dable came out and said that he's not resting anybody, but are they assuming that he's resting them since they can't change their position? Because they're locked into the 6th seed. The Giants cannot move from the 6th seed.
I don't know why he would play anybody.
Yeah, I mean, he said we're not resting him, but Vegas must know something we don't.
They always do.
All right. And then, so the weekly picks, Nick's current record is 69-60-2. He's the leader. He went 10-7-1 last week. I'm 62-62-3. Excuse me. I went 7-8-1 last week to continue my run of chalk. And then Nick's Nuggets went a whopping 11-6. So if you've only been betting Nick's Nuggets, you are at 48-36-1 on the year, making some fat stacks, as the cool kids like to say.
All the cool kids say that.
What's the word that my buddy tried to teach me recently? Riz. It's like charisma. That's what the young kids call charisma.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, but you know what's so funny is the generation before us thought our lingo was lame. The generation before them thought their lingo was lame. Like, it always happens. We used to say
before them was fighting the Nazis, so they didn't really care.
they didn't really care about any of that. Yeah, we used to say bad as cool. You remember that phase?
Or dirty. You remember dirty and clean? They meant the same thing.
Oh, that's dirty.
That shit's clean, dog.
Still
Our lingo was fucking stupid, but it was our lingo, goddammit.
It was dumb.
Our lingo was fire.
Yeah, our lingo was fire, dog.
I don't agree. I think they're all dumb.
Cowabunga, man.
The 90s, bro. Oh,
Don't have
my
a cow,
goodness.
Jermaine.
The 90s, bro. Oh, my goodness. All right.
Remember this classic one from our childhood? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Dude, I used that so many times.
Classic lingo. I love it.
Classic lingo. Remember so many times you'd be in the grocery store, you'd be like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
Remember that?
I used to use strategery a lot.
Right. Strategery.
Fucking George Dub making up words when he's invading Iraq.
You know that comes from an SNL skit, right?
So SNL said strategery? And
then George Bush has never said strategery. It's a Will Ferrell as SNL.
I think he actually said it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but that's specifically.
I wouldn't know. Either way, I still believe he said it. And you can't change my mind. Let's get into the betting slate, boys.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, like I said, first game, KC, Raiders, 7.5 spread, 52.5 over under, minus 360 for the Chiefs, plus 295 for the Raiders.
All right. Next, there's every single one of these games is a divisional game, so I'm not going to say it for every single one. So 2 2 reasons to bet the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. Kansas City has won the last 4 years traveling into Las Vegas. And the Las Vegas Raiders played who last week, Nevada?
49ers.
The San Francisco 49ers. 0-13 on the year. Teams are after playing 0-13 straight up after playing the 49ers. I want KC money line in this game.
Minus 360?
I'm going to put it in a parlay.
I don't want anything to do with this game. Over 52.5 strikes me as it's going to hit. I think Jared Stidham might actually cover the spread, dude. Jared Stidham, bro. Unreal.
For a contract, dude.
Unreal. I don't want anything in this game. Nick can have that KC money line all to himself. Minus 360 is too rich for my blood.
Again, and I know I feel like I say this every week. I'm not taking this money line. I'm not putting money down. I'm not putting $100 to win 36. I'm putting this as part of a parlay.
I gotcha. Parlay building. All right. Saturday night, division title on the line. Tennessee's going into Jacksonville. Spread is currently at 6.5 for the Jags. Over-under is at 40. Money line is plus 230 for Tennessee, minus 275 for the Jags.
So divisional game. Jacksonville won the earlier game this year 36-22. However, Tennessee traveling into Jacksonville is 4-1 the last 5 years. They've won the last 2 years. Also, because Tennessee played on Thursday, they have a rest advantage in this game. The Titans with a rest advantage since 2019, 7-4 straight up and against the spread. The Jags in that same time frame with a rest disadvantage, 1-9 straight up, 3-7 against the spread. I want Tennessee plus 6.5. That number's too high to begin with for a divisional title game. That number's too high to begin with. I might double down on 6.5. Right? I want to see what this game opened at. Hold on. Give me a second.
I'll take Tennessee plus 6.5 as well, Nevada.
I'll take Tennessee plus 6.5, and I went Tennessee money line. This game opened at Jacksonville by a touchdown.
Oh, I would have loved to get that. I would have loved Tennessee plus 7, bro.
Right.
You're rocking the money line for Tennessee?
Tennessee money line. Tennessee wins the division.
I don't want that to happen. I think the Jaguars still win this game. But give me the money line. I'll take that plus 230. I don't think this game is as far apart as this Vegas line is saying it is.
Who's playing quarterback for Tennessee? Josh Dobbs?
Malik Willis.
No, they announced they're going to go with Dobbs.
They're going with Dobbs?
Is Henry playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Henry is playing.
Give me the Titans.
Josh Dobbs was the shift.
No, Henry was.
All right, that's all we got for this one.
Yeah, someone's got to hand the ball off.
I kind of want to do that over 40, bro. Like 21-20. That's all I need, baby. I'm good. Let's keep pushing.
All right, now we move into the Sunday slate morning games. We got the Browns going in to visit the Steelers. Spread is at 2.5 for the Steelers. Over-under is at 40.5. Money line is plus 130 for Cleveland, minus 150 for Pittsburgh.
So, a couple of factors in this. First, I'll mention this is not a Knicks nugget, but Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season as an NFL coach. Second, I'll mention that the record for the Browns traveling into Pittsburgh the last 5 years is 1-4. Now, when I give you this next stat, you're going to say, well, you just said the Browns won, Nick. Yes, that was in the playoffs. Since 2003, the Cleveland Browns have not beat Pittsburgh in the regular season.
This feels like the year. Deshaun Watson just had the best game of this season.
I want Pittsburgh money line.
We know Mike Tomlin loves rapist quarterbacks.
What? Yeah, and he's gonna love him. He's gonna love him for this one too. Mike Tomlin finishes with a winning record.
You took Steelers. You took Steelers money line or Steelers spread?
Steelers money line.
You don't have the cojones for a -2.5.
No, thank you.
And see, that line sucks, bro. I'll take Pitt money line as well. I think Pittsburgh gets into the postseason.
Again, now because that's what it was. What -150, right, Nevada?
Yeah, I'll take that one out of a parlay. -150 is fine to me.
I'm still gonna put it in a parlay. I don't want to take it separate.
I mean, they haven't lost since 2003. I'll put money on -150. I'm not scared of that, bro. Right. Oh, fuck it. Yo, I hope Deshaun Watson wins this game, though. How fucking funny would that be?
That would be pretty funny. He's just got to throw for 170 yards, and it'll be his best game of the season.
Is that the highest total he's had this year?
I don't know, but the last game was 169 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious. Like, he hasn't thrown for more than 169?
I don't know if he has, actually. Hold on. Nevada, move into the next game, and I'll take a look.
I was going to say 200. That sounds too high. Anyway, next game. We got the Vikings.
He threw for 276 in Week 14.
Woo!
Wow!
276, and they only scored 10 points against the Bengals.
All right, that tracks. Alrighty, so we got the Vikings heading into Chicago. Vikings are 5.5-point favorites. Over-unders at 46. Money line is -225 for Minnesota, +190 for Chicago.
Minnesota won the game earlier this year, 29-22. However, teams scoring less than 10 points the previous week.
Is that Chicago?
And then dogs the next week are 18-6 on the season. That's 75%. Chicago covering. Right? 75% against the spread. This Chicago 5.5.
I already wanted it.
I want to gobble it up.
I already wanted it, and then you said that, and I was like, let's go. I'm taking Chicago +5.5. I kind of want to take Chicago money line, bro. I don't have the stones to do it, but that Chicago money line looks fucking juicy.
Minnesota traveling into Chicago the last 5 years is 3-2. They've won the last 2 meetings.
Here, Nick's gonna give a favorites parlay, and I'll do a dogs parlay in Nevada. I'm gonna do Tennessee money line at the +230, and I'm gonna do Chicago money line at +190, and then I'll see if any other dogs jump out.
I was about to say, are you gonna do? I might be convinced to ride this dog parlay with you. Right now I'm convinced. Let's see who else we can try to add in here.
Let's see.
Nick, did you want the Chicago spread?
Yes. And we'll take it as a Knicks nugget as well.
Got it.
Have you been writing down the Knicks nuggets?
He only has one so far.
Got it.
You haven't said any of them, but this was the first one you said.
Right. Okay.
Cool. All right.
KC money lines and Knicks nugget. Pittsburgh's a Knicks nugget. Pittsburgh money lines a Knicks nugget. Titans money line. Titans spread is a Knicks nugget.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
What?
You're getting your nuggets in here already?
Yeah, that's what we've talked. All these games we've talked about.
No, I was typing it in as you were saying it.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, I was giving Nevada a hand since you weren't clear with. This is the same thing Eric always bitches to me about. Nick is never clear, and I'm like, tell him. Like, why are you telling me? I tell you what bets I want.
All right. I will be more clear with Knicks Nuggets.
All right. Get us into the next game, please, Nevada.
Yep. We got Tampa going into Atlanta. Atlanta is a -4 favorite. Over-unders at 40.5. Bucks are plus 160. Atlanta's a -190.
This is crazy to me.
This is crazy. All right, so
Tampa Bay's resting. Can we confirm that, please?
all right, so
Tampa Bay.
while I'm talking, so Tampa Bay going into Atlanta, the last 5 years, 3-2. They've won the last 3 games. They won the earlier matchup this year, 21-15. Who's Tampa Bay's backup quarterback?
Blaine Gabbert. He just saved all those people from the helicopter crash. You hear about that?
Yeah, he's playing with energy. He's playing with that Jesus energy, that Savior energy.
So Yahoo Sports, Tampa Bay Times, and the Washington Post. Buccaneers won't rest Tom Brady, other starters in Week 18 matchup. We don't need to take our foot off the gas, Coach Todd Bowles. And Bucks won't rest starters in regular season finale.
That's not we won't. That should read we're scared to.
Well, honestly, they're not playing well enough to rest starters.
No.
So
give me Tampa Bay money line. We'll take it as a Knicks nugget, but I just also want the bet. Give me Tampa Bay money line.
This is another one of those money lines I saw that I want in my dog parlay.
I think even a backup Tampa Bay team is better than this Atlanta team.
Yeah, I'll take that. Tampa Bay plus 160. Throw that into my dog parlay. We'll get it cooking. They barking, Nick. That's so funny, bro. Yeah, look, the very real possibility they do rest their starters, and it's gonna fucking crush my parlay. But this game is fascinating to me. How did Vegas book this line out? You saw this?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nevada.
Alrighty. Next game, we got the Jets heading down south to visit Miami. This one's damn near a pick 'em. We got a -1 favorite for Miami. Over-unders at 38.5. And a -105 for the Jets. -115 for the Dolphins.
I'll harken back to teams scoring less than 10 points the previous week. We take them against the spread. The New York Jets +1 against Miami. Also, divisional matchup, the New York Jets. If you're thinking about picking the New York Jets going into Miami, the last 5 years are 0-5. In fact, their last win in Miami came in 2015.
Was Mark Sanchez still the quarterback, or was that Geno Smith?
Great question. Chad Pennington. No.
Chad Pennington, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Was that Tim Tebow? Didn't Tim Tebow play for the Jets?
Maybe, I think. Hold on. That was
your mic cut out as you were saying the name. Oh, technical. Oh, snaps.
Man.
Yo, my man's fell apart.
All right, so what name was he going to say? Who do you think it was? 2015.
2015. Oh, man. Oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ooh.
That sounds like a Ryan Fitzpatrick dub, bro. It does. It really does. Because it might have been early season 2015.
Let's see. I'm pulling it up right now. So the coach was Todd Bowles. Let's see here.
That's ironic. Todd Bowles.
Yeah. At Miami. Yeah, that was early season. Looks like it was week 4.
Oh, it's looking good. Who is it, Nevada? Stop playing with me. Tell me it's Fitzmagic.
Scrolling down. It was Fitzmagic.
Let's go. Pulled the name out of the hat. Love me some Fitty Magic, bro. That's outstanding. All right, well, while Nick is in device purgatory with whatever the fuck he's doing, let's talk about this Jets-Dolphins game. So we have an absolute barn burner of a matchup. I believe it's Mike White versus Skylar Thompson. Is that the name? Skylar Thompson is the guy's name?
Oh, from Miami?
From Miami. Teddy Bridgewater's backup?
Yeah, I don't know if Tua is back for this game. Have you heard?
No, Mike McDaniel's already said that Tua is not in the team's quarterback game plan for Week 18. So
all right.
we're getting one of the two backups for sure. And I'm trying to remember that kid's name. I think it's Skylar Thompson.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
not.
might be. I think the Jets might be. Oh man, I don't like any bets for this game, but I think if Teddy can actually play a full game, they might be able to cover some stuff. But I don't know. For me, I wouldn't touch this game. But Nick, you're back.
I'm also gonna abstain. Yeah, that's what happens. Like I described my puppy earlier. That's what happens when your puppy gets caught in your microphone cords.
All right.
I guess the quarterback you were about to say, by the way.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing too because when I tried to get him out of the cords, he got scared, then went over to his bed and pissed in his bed. So just a fun. So then I had to go over and whack him for being in his bed. So it was a fun little 2 minutes.
All right, we're almost done. That's hysterical, bro. No, so Jets +1 was your Knicks nugget. No one's taking any action.
No,
correct?
no Knicks Nuggets because the
No.
Jets +1 is counteracted by the fact that the Jets have not won in Miami since 2015.
Shout out Fitzmagic. All right, let's get into the next game. We spent way too much time on Jets Dolphins.
Agreed. All right, we got Houston Texans going in to play Indy. Indy is currently a -3 favorite. Over under is at 38. +130 for Houston. -150 for Indy.
Oh, some Knicks Nuggets here again, just like the matchup that we faced last week. We have two teams here that scored less than 10 points last week. So we'll have to abstain from this one. Looking Houston traveling into Indianapolis, the last 5 years is 1-4. They've lost the last 3 games. The game earlier this year actually ended in a 20-20 tie.
Okay, you want to hear something crazy? If the Texans win this game and the Bears lose, the Bears get the #1 seed.
Doesn't that sound like a Texans thing?
So I don't know if I want this in my parlay, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the Texans will win. I also think the Bears will win, though. So give me Texans money line +130. I'm fading Jeff Saturday, bro.
Do you want that in your parlay or not?
No, I don't want to taint the
Okay.
parlay with Texans, but let me just ride this Texans money line. And if Texans and Bears both win, I just think that'd be the most ironic circumstance. So,
And no Knicks Nuggets for this game.
Okay.
And no Knicks bets for this game.
Very good. All right. This one, we got a Room 303 showdown here. We got Knicks Panthers going in to visit Jermaine Saints. Saints are currently -3.5 favorites. Over under at 41.5. +155 for Carolina. -180 for New Orleans.
Carolina traveling into New Orleans last 5 years, 1-4. They won the earlier game this year, 22-14. I want New Orleans money line. I'm going to put it in a parlay, though.
You want it with your KC parlay?
Correct. My KC Pittsburgh parlay.
case of beer, Nick.
Case of beer.
That's the only bet we got on this. Case of beers are straight up, by the way.
Right. So stupid. And like we always do, we're going to get mollywopped by the Saints. So
It's gonna fill my balls because Eagles fans were talking so much shit about this pick, and for the Saints to finish 8-9, and like all the shit they were, I was like, yo, to have your middle of the pack first round pick. That's
Right, no doubt.
That's where we drafted our left tackle this year, who just didn't play all year.
That'll
Like-
be life changing.
Yeah, like good luck. You're gonna find a good player, but oh my goodness, sorry, the sickness crept in.
Don't let the old in.
All right, heading into the afternoon games, we got the Giants going into Philly. Philly is a -14 favorite.
Holy fuck,
Over.
the spread is bigger now. Sorry, Nevada. Sorry,
You're
go
good.
ahead.
The over/under is at 43. Giants money line is +600, -850 for Philly.
All right. So when the spread is greater than 9.5, we take two things. We take the under and we take the dog against the spread. That being said, I want the under this year is 58%, 18-13.
It started hot. It's cooled off recently.
It's cooled off recently. And, however, when favorites have spreads greater than 9.5, they are 12-19 against the spread on the year, but 26-4 straight up. So I want Giants +14, and I'm going to take Philly money line, but as part of my parlay, my favorite parlay.
The Giants are resting players. Like Vegas does not make this line. What have you seen from the Eagles? You don't even know if Jalen Hurts is playing.
Right.
Like there's no chance. I'm gonna take all the Knicks Nuggets. So I want Giants +14. I want under 43, and I want Eagles money line. Yeah, fuck it. I guess I'm taking Eagles
Fuck it, I guess.
-850. But yeah, that's insane. The Giants. I'm googling it. Did Brian Daboll come out and say, "I'm just fucking with you"?
Yeah. He has to say that, right? He can't say we're resting players. Not as a first-year head coach. And a team that hasn't been to the playoffs since that infamous boat pick.
Oh, so yeah, it's all should they rest their starters?
No.
No, I don't think they should because they haven't played well all year. Wait, what is their record? Why do I think the Giants are not playing well? Aren't they like 9-6-7-1 or some shit like that? 10-6-1?
That's
Giants are 10-6.
9-6-1.
Oh,
Jeez.
I guess you can't be 10-6 if you have a tie.
Right.
Yeah, I mean I guess they really haven't been that bad.
They're in the playoffs, right?
They clinched already. They're
Yeah.
the 6th seed.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
So here's what's crazy. If Minnesota loses to the Bears and San Francisco beats who is San Francisco playing this week? Seahawks?
Yeah.
Arizona.
Arizona.
yeah,
Sorry,
Arizona.
Arizona.
And if San Francisco beats Arizona, Vikings become the 3 seed and the 2 seed goes to San Francisco. That's depending on how the Cowboys-Eagles finish. But the Giants are playing the Vikings. You want that matchup, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
And
5
twice
seed
on Sunday.
the 5 seed plays the 4 seed, right? So the Cowboys or Eagles will play the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Cowboys or Eagles gets the bye. And then the 7 seed, who is looking like the Packers, is going to play San Francisco. Oh, man, the Packers are hoping the Vikings win.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the Vikings-Giants be a rematch from a couple weeks ago?
They played this year. The Vikings did beat them.
Although,
Yeah,
who are you taking in that San Francisco Green Bay matchup? Brock Purdy and no CMC against Aaron Rodgers, not in the NFC Championship.
Well, Christian McCaffrey's ankle sprain is super mild. They expect
It's healed.
They expect him to play this week.
Oh, it didn't do that in the Panthers when he was with the Panthers.
Well, he didn't have the want. he didn't have the want.
Of course. You gotta want it to be mild.
All right, guys. Next game, we got the Cowboys heading into DC to play the Commanders. Cowboys are currently minus 5.5 favorites. Over-unders at 41. Cowboys at minus 230. And Washington is at plus 195.
So, Dallas Cowboys playing on Thursday Night Football. It means they have the rest advantage. Dallas with the rest advantage since 2019, 9-3 straight up and against the spread. The Commanders in that same time frame, 4-8-1 straight up, 3-9-1 against the spread. However, Washington scored less than 10 points last week. They meet our dogs against the spread plus 5.5. Also a division game. It's been back and forth every year. Dallas going into Washington the last 5 years, win, loss, win, loss, win. They did win the game earlier this year, 25-10.
So you're saying they're due for a loss?
It's possible.
I'm not betting it.
I don't want anything to do with it.
I'm staying away from this game. I'm good. The only thing that we have is Knicks Nuggets, right? Washington.
No Knicks Nuggets because it's canceled out by the rest advantage. So no Knicks Nuggets either.
Okay. All right. So no Knicks Nuggets.
This game can disappear. All right. Next game we got the Chargers going to Denver.
Go Chargers.
Why? I thought the Broncos season was done. All right. Anyway.
No, it is. You still have to play though.
Oh, okay. Chargers are 3.5 favorites. Over-unders at 39.5. Chargers are at minus 175, and the Broncos are at plus 150.
So, divisional matchup. The Chargers traveling into Denver the last 5 years, 1-4, including 3 straight losses. They did win the game earlier this year, 19-60. Do the Chargers have anything to play for?
I don't think they can. I don't think they can increase their standing either way. I don't think.
I want Denver money line. If Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson playing in this game?
Well, he played the last game.
I want Russell Wilson in this game.
He said,
with the Chargers resting players and Russell Wilson playing a backup Chargers defense.
Oh my god!
Do you have any Nuggets, Nick?
He said yes.
Yeah, Denver money line is a nugget.
He was so bad, bro.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so let's see. Who does Baltimore play this year? I mean, this week?
They play 17 games this year. Which one would you like to know? They play Cincinnati in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, because that one's not going to be on here.
They play Cincinnati in Cincinnati.
Right.
Okay. So they're both 10-6, the Chargers and the Ravens. But it says wins tiebreak over Baltimore based on best win percentage in conference games. What happens if Baltimore wins?
Can Baltimore still win the division?
No.
Because isn't
because
Cincinnati
since Cincinnati didn't get a win or loss from this more recent game, yeah, it's pretty hard to tell what exactly can happen in this. But Chargers and Ravens are both 10-6, so I think the Ravens are able to jump them. Not quite sure. Don't quote me on it. I don't want anything to do with this game. I'm good.
Alrighty.
I'll take Denver money line as well as Knicks Nuggets will take it.
Got it.
Why exactly? I missed the nugget. I was looking up the record.
The Chargers are 1-4 traveling into Denver the last 5 years, including 3 straight losses.
Yeah, but this Denver team. All right, go ahead. Put Denver money line in my dog parlay.
Oh yeah. The boys are back in town.
All right. Next,
looking for some cheddar, bro.
I guess you're looking in the wrong places.
That's why it's a dog parlay.
Next game, we got the Rams going up north to visit the Seahawks. Seahawks are currently 6.5-point favorites. Over-unders at 41. Plus 235 for the Rams. minus 280 for the Hawks.
All right. Well, the Rams scored less than 10 points last week, and they're a dog at 6.5. Division game, right? The Rams traveling into Seattle the last 5 years, 3-2, including a 2-game win streak. Seattle won this game earlier in the year, 27-23. Knicks Nuggets, give me Rams plus 6.5, and I will also take Rams plus 6.5.
I looked at that spread and I was just like, why is it so big?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's so big.
Yeah, give me Rams plus 6.5.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Next game. We got Cardinals going to visit the 49ers. 49ers are minus 14-point favorites. Over-under is set at 40. The Cardinals are at plus 675. The 49ers are at minus 975.
All right. So if the favorite has a spread greater than 9.5, we take the under, and we also take the dog. But we take the favorite money line, right?
Yes.
However, Arizona traveling into San Francisco, the last 5 years, 4-1, including a winning streak of 2 games. Is this the year, or does the trend continue?
Disregard. Disregard that.
So
Please.
I want for Knicks Nuggets, I want Arizona plus 14. And you know what? We'll say Arizona money line as well. Screw it. Actually, no, we're not.
You're
nah,
right.
we're
You're
not.
goddamn mom,
Yeah,
bro.
I want Arizona spread though. Knicks money line and Knicks personal. Knicks Nuggets.
I'm
Knicks
taking
personal.
Arizona spread purely because it's 14 points.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the under in this one, and I'm staying away from those money lines. Like, there's no chance.
You want the money line in yours, Nick?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Just the spread.
Yeah.
And Jermaine also has the spread. Okay. And then finally, potentially a big game, depending on how that Seahawks game goes for the Lions. But we got Detroit heading into Green Bay, Sunday Night Football. Packers are currently 4.5-point favorites. Over-unders at 49.5 points. Lions are at plus 180, and the Pack are at minus 210.
You gotta love this. Detroit traveling into Green Bay the last 5 years, 2-3, but their 3 losses have all been the last 3 years. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They did win the game earlier this year, 15-9. Give me, as part of Knicks Nuggets, Green Bay money line. God, I want to take that 4.5 too. Hey, you know what? Give me Green Bay 4.5.
As a nugget or just in your personal?
In my give me it as my personal, and I also want to put Green Bay money line into my favorite parlay.
Oh, man, a part of me really wants to bet Detroit. I really, really, really want to bet Detroit, bro.
Now, don't get me wrong. I want to see Detroit win, but you said earlier Aaron Rodgers owns this division.
I know, but Detroit has just been so fun to watch. Been so good. I'm going to abstain. I almost put Detroit in my dog parlay. I almost did it. But I'm going to abstain. I don't want nothing to do with this game. I will be watching that game. And I don't often say that about Sunday Night Football because usually I want to play video games, so I'll skip it. But this one This one's got my interest. It also benefits that I have 2 TVs, so I could still play video games.
All right. So I'm just building you guys' parlays out to let you know what
Absolutely, let's get it.
here. Let's see, you got Tennessee, Chicago, and Tampa.
Chicago's 2 below Tennessee.
Yeah, it's not letting me pick them. I'll log in real quick.
It didn't let you pick them? Damn.
It only let me pick one. So I'll do it here. So we got Tennessee, Chicago, Tampa, and Denver.
61-20.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a fun. $100 wins $6,000, Nick. You're muted.
We do love our last $100.
$100 wins $6,000. 61-20. That's a wild.
All right, and then Nick, let's see here. We got KC, Pittsburgh. Let's see, New Orleans, Philly,
And Green Bay.
and Green Bay.
Green Bay's going to fuck you.
Plus 446.
Man, that kind of stinks.
It does. I thought the same thing. Take the dog parlay. That shit's barking, bro.
Yeah, I like that one, Jermaine.
Jog, I'm gonna put that bet in, baby. Let's go. I'm hype about that one. All right, so now we have to pick our head-to-head, Nick.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. This is just for, posterity's sake.
You first, obviously.
Obviously. Man, so many great bets this week. I really do think there's a lot of fun bets this week. I'm gonna go ahead and take. I don't want to do it, but I think I'm going to do it. Let me get Tennessee money line.
Plus 230.
I think the NFL schedule makers do 2 things. Either they know what they're doing or they're going to make they flex this Green Bay Detroit game for a reason. Give me Rams. Give me Rams plus 6.5.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. They flex this for a reason.
Why don't you take the money line then?
I guess that's a good point. I want Rams plus 6.5.
Sissy.
You know what? I'm gonna do my own dog parlay then.
Oh, here we go.
And
he's gonna get 7 or 8 dogs just to one up it.
And I'm gonna swap out Tampa Bay with the Rams.
So you're gonna do two parlays?
I'm gonna ride Jermaine's because big dogs ride together.
Yeah, I mean, if we say a parlay is being had, everyone's right.
Right.
We're in it for the parlays.
But then I'm gonna do another one where instead of Tampa Bay, I'm gonna have the Los Angeles Rams.
All right, let's see here.
What did the Rams got to be? What, plus 2 something, right? 215, 205?
Uh, 235.
Man, am I good or what?
All right, so you got Chicago. You said instead of Tampa, you're going to put the Rams in?
Correct.
He just wanted a bigger overall number. That's the only reason why he's doing this. Freaking punk. What a punk.
And for some reason, still going with Denver.
The lowest of the dogs on there is Denver money line.
What does that pay me?
Stand by. All right, so we got
What does that pay
Tennessee,
me?
Chicago, Rams, and Broncos. Nick, you are looking at a plus 79.14.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Of course.
That's beautiful. You gotta love that. We just give the people the parlays they want. What was yours, Jermaine?
Plus 61.20.
61.20. Okay.
Really, if we took out Denver and kept Tampa Bay and the Rams, it'd be the best parlay.
Most realistic, too.
You'd end up at like 8,000 something. He said pass.
I said perhaps.
Oh, I heard pass. I was just like, okay. What is that one paying, Nevada? Are you pulling that one up?
Yeah, so you want yours, but instead of Denver, the Rams?
Yeah.
All right, so Tennessee, Chicago, Tampa, and the Rams. That one, substituting Denver for the Rams, would be plus 82.35.
Ooh. All right. Just wanted to know. Not going to be taken out. You guys got anything else for him? We're at 2 hours and 11 minutes.
I'm good. We probably could have split it up into 2 shows.
I know. I said that. Nobody want to listen. Anyways, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Podcast Room303. I've been your host, Jermaine Clone Mendez. This has been my co-host, Nicholas Morahan. And as always, we have with us EP Nevada Putnam. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.